Greetings, y'all. Few hours from now, about 4 hours actually, WWE's Elimination Chamber pay-per-view of 2021 is about to start. This is the second last pay-per-view on the road to WrestleMania. The next pay-per-view will be Fastlane. Yes, there is a Fastlane pay-per-view this year in March. So be on the lookout for that, guys. As you know, I did an NXT preview, NXT TakeOver Vengeance Day preview, predictions live stream last week, and I thought it went pretty well, pretty good. So I decided to do a Elimination Chamber one because it was fun and I liked it doing it last week, and and it looks like this will be something I'll be doing on for the future. So instead of doing preview prediction videos like I have been before last pay-per-view, before the last NXT TakeOver, I'll be doing live streams of the pay-per-views. Whether it's NXT, AEW, and in the WWE main roster previews. Hello, Jobber. How are you, man? So, Elimination Chamber. 2 chamber matches. 2 women title matches, apparently. A triple threat match, or it might be a singles match, depending on the circumstances. So, there's a lot of things in this match. This show, that's this pay-per-view. And so this okay, it's not here. I forgot to upload the picture. Whatever. But I'm doing well. Much better today than I was yesterday. I can say that. Yesterday I was just one of those days I wasn't there. So should we get down to the show, guys? Match by match. My prediction. So let's get this one match out of the way. Let's start with a women's match, Asuka. So this match, I don't know. Apparently on their Twitter account, let me go find it for you guys. They let me load it up. Apparently it's not letting me load it up, man. I don't know why it's not letting me load up the picture, but I'm trying to load up the picture of Asuka versus Lacey Evans. Apparently WWE is on the Twitter account still advertising this match. Oh, here, this is where I'll do it. Here we go. This match, guys. So apparently WWE is still advertising this match on the Twitter account. So, and I saw that today. So they're advertising a pregnant Lacey Evans versus Asuka for the Raw Women's title. But I don't know why they're advertising this still. That could definitely change, obviously. It probably will change. Because she's pregnant. Right? Lacey Evans is pregnant. So, well, I don't know what this means for storyline Ric Flair. In storyline purposes, Ric Flair is apparently the father, but we know Lacey Evans is pregnant in real life with a real husband. She has a daughter. She's going to get a sister or a brother. If this match goes through, it just might be that early stages of pregnancy. Kind of like Becky Lynch when she fought Shayna at WrestleMania. Even that was a tape WrestleMania. She was pregnant at the time, but it was early stages, so it's quite possible if this match does happen, it just might be the early stages of Lacey Evans. Ric Flair will place Lacey. That's funny. Oh, thank you, Throwback. Yeah, I am the man. Thank you. I know. So, I don't know, like, so it might be like the Becky Lynch thing where she's in early stages of pregnancy. I don't know. Like, I'm not an expert on that. So she might end up ending this match, and she'll definitely lose. I don't know. Charlotte Flair, like, if she's pregnant in real life, and they take her off TV, what does it do for Charlotte Flair and that father and that Lacey Evans story? I have no idea. Like, that's the thing about Raw. Asuka's gonna retain here. There's no question about it. Asuka's not gonna lose the title here. We know she has a history of losing the title before a pay-per-view. Like back in 2019 when she lost the title on a SmackDown to a Charlotte Flair. But I don't think that's going to happen in this case. Asuka's going to retain, guys. Lacey Evans will probably be out with pregnancy. I don't know how many months pregnant she is. But you know, it'll be a long time because it takes 9 months, right? And then you got to do the process after, the motherly process. Like, and like the people were like, Becky Lynch just had her child. She could come back. Come on. Be realistic. It's going to be the same for Lacey Evans. So they're still advertising Lacey Evans. If it's not, I don't want to be sure. You may not agree with me. Why not paint her voice? This. Why not just paint her voice? Just throw paint her voice in here. She has gotten some big wins over the past 2 months. So she pinned Charlotte and she beat Bayley in the Survivor Series match. So why not just have paint her voice in this match? Have a filler match. She doesn't, of course, Pair Voice can have a good match. Yeah. 9 months, yeah. She's in the early stages, but, well, we don't know what stages she is, but it looks like she's in the early stages. So just have Pair Voice as a replacement for now. Of course, she wouldn't win, but Pair Voice and Asuka have a good match. And Pair Voice is tag team partners with Lacey Evans anyway, so just have Lacey Evans retain here. Not Lacey Evans, Asuka retain here over Pair Voice, and you can build Asuka from here to Fastlane and WrestleMania. Hopefully, they do something to build up the Raw women's title with Asuka in that women's division. Alexa Bliss possibility. Charlotte, I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, it's Charlotte again. Who else? Maybe Rhea Ripley comes here, and but I don't think it's Rhea Ripley because I don't want her first match to be against Asuka. I think that's a terrible idea. Because if that's the case, Rhea Ripley has to win the belt at Elimination Chamber. This is not the right place to debut Rhea Ripley. Not the right pay-per-view, the right time to debut Rhea Ripley. I'm sorry, I'm a huge fan of Rhea Ripley, but I just don't think this is the right time to debut Rhea Ripley at the pay-per-view because she would have to win on her first match. So I don't see it happening, Rhea Ripley, but I just put her voice in there. Maybe, have her beat. See, I think Alexa Bliss more likely after. Because I think Alexa Bliss has to win too. So I think have Asuka retain here, and then maybe Alexa Bliss after, Charlotte after. And that's why Rhea Ripley debuts on Raw after in March or something. Rhea Ripley, I don't know, because the Raw side is clearly for weeks it has me puzzled in the direction they're going. I said a couple of times, I wouldn't be surprised at WrestleMania there's a multi-woman title match for the Raw Women's title, like they did with the SmackDown Women's title last year's WrestleMania. We had like 5 or 6 competitors in that match. I wouldn't be surprised if this year they did it for Raw because I have no clear idea what direction they're going to go. Where SmackDown, we'll get to that. SmackDown, they do. You clearly see the vision they have. Well, I don't know, man. I question the vision they have for going to WrestleMania. So that's why I have. That's why I have this. Peyton Royce, that's what wins here. No big deal. At least gives Peyton Royce a chance. Chance to showcase their talents here, to have a big match, and you can see what they could do with Asuka and the Raw Women's title after Elimination Chamber. No. So this match is next. I do think this will be the first match of the night. I do think this match will be the first match of the night because the winner of this match gets the number one contender shot at Women's Reigns there in the pay-per-view. So this match, I'm not going to say 100% sure, but I'm definitely over 75 to 80%, maybe 75 to 80% sure this match will be the first match of the night. So who is in this match? Cesaro, Daniel Bryan, Kevin Owens, Jey Uso, King Corbin, and Sami Zayn. Yeah, no Shinsuke Nakamura because he's mixed in that little story with Apollo Crews and Big E in the Intercontinental title picture. So this match, I'm going with Cesaro with the win here. I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, it should be Daniel Bryan, but I'm going with Cesaro here to win here because I don't see Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania versus Roman Reigns. It's getting clearer and clearer now, guys, who's going to wrestle Roman Reigns. And we'll get to that. No, I don't think it's opening only because the Roman Reigns thing. Because Roman Reigns is facing the winner of this match. That's the only reason I think this match is opening. I don't think it's Daniel Bryan, but you could be right. I think Cesaro's my first choice. Bryan's my second choice. So I'm going with Cesaro to win here. Kevin Owens, Jey Uso, I don't see winning here. Jey Uso is definitely not going to. I think Jey Uso will lose on purpose. I think he'll do something because he's loyal to his cousin. So Jey Uso will find somebody to lose on purpose. So I don't think Jey Uso's winning here. Kevin Owens is going to get pinned by somebody. Don't know. King Corbin's definitely not going to win here. We know that. So it's either going to be Cesaro or Daniel Bryan. The way they're building up Cesaro, I think it's Cesaro to give him the opportunity because we know he's never been given a chance. So I'm going with Cesaro to win here. And I have my other part of the story here with him in the woman match. I'm going to talk about later because I want to go in order because I have a explanation here. Something that could happen tonight. We might know which title a certain superstar may be going after tonight. May not announce tonight, but may give a preview of who he's going after. So I'm going Cesaro here. I think it's his time to shine. So yeah, I'm Cesaro to win here. But this match will be good, guys. Look who you have in the ring. Look who you have in the match. Let's look. All tremendous superstars in the ring. There's not one bad superstar you can't do in the ring. Look at this. Cesaro, Daniel Bryan, two of the best in the ring. Kevin Owens, also one of the best. Jey Uso, great in the ring. Corbin doesn't get the credit he deserves in the ring work. Yeah, his character may be a joke. His promos may be a joke. But his in the ring for a big man, it's solid. And Sami Zayn, all solid in the ring. This match, every competitor in this match is solid in the ring. It's good in the ring. You know, all of these competitors, you're going to get a great match. Great match. And I'm gonna see what interesting. I think the final two might be Cesaro and Daniel Bryan. I don't think you're gonna have a heel and a face in the final two. I think you might have a face and a face in the final two. And Daniel Bryan and Cesaro's gonna get the win here. I know Daniel Bryan's been losing a lot, so maybe some people will say, maybe like Jobber says, Daniel Bryan might get the win here, but I think it's Cesaro. But I do think I think they'll be the last two. You know, I could be wrong. My predictions could be wrong. Your prediction could be wrong, right? We don't know. We don't know, guys. It's always great to predict. No. Let's see if we go to the next match. Okay, let's go to the next match, guys. So, I'm not fully aware of the situation here. I'm not sure if Keith Lee is being pulled from this match. If you could clarify, if somebody could tell me in the comments if Keith Lee is being pulled from this match, tell me. Because right now it's Matt Riddle versus Bobby Lashley versus Keith Lee for the United States Championship at Elimination Chamber. But it's not clear if Keith Lee's in the match. He hasn't appeared on Raw this week, so I'm not sure if he's in the match. I don't think Vince is happy with him. I don't think Vince likes him. The things that Vince doesn't like about him. You could clearly, based on the reports about going back to Performance Center to work on his striking or something and get into better shape. Obviously, that's why he has a singlet instead of when he was in NXT, he didn't have a singlet. I think Vince is like, you gotta lose some weight, even though his weight has not affected his ring work. He's a tremendous athlete. And we clearly saw in NXT matches how great of an athlete he is. So, I'm not sure. Let me go check real quick. Have we seen this match? So it looks like he's still advertised for the match. So I'm gonna go on implication not implication. I'm gonna go still on the view that he's in the match. If something pops up, if one of you guys finds out he's not in the match, I'll change, but I don't think I'll change what I think will happen. But I don't think my prediction, winning prediction is going to change here, because I still think Bobby Lashley is going to retain here over Riddle and Keith Lee. Bobby Lashley has to go into WrestleMania strong as a strong United States champion. Whether Keith Lee's in the match or not, he'll win here, definitely. I don't think he'll pin Keith Lee, because I think it's more like not pin Keith Lee. Keith Lee could definitely not pass out to the full Nelson where Riddle has. So if Keith Lee's in his match, I still picking Bobby Lashley. So Bobby Lashley's retained here till WrestleMania. Yeah, I agree with you. I'm picking Lashley. He's been booked really strong. The thing is, I'm sad about MVP that he has suffered a bad injury on Raw. It hurts because her business is one of the best things on Raw for months now. Almost a full year, her business has been around. But sad for MVP now. Hopefully it's not a long time away, not a long injury. He'll hopefully be back, because he's done great things for Shelton Benjamin. He kind of resurrected Shelton Benjamin. He kind of really helped Bobby Lashley to become more unstoppable threat, and he really helped Cedric Alexander's career become more noticeable and more. So MVP has done great things for these three guys, and that is injury. I don't know what it does. I don't know what has the future for her business. But if it wasn't for MVP, I don't know where these three guys would have been. We all knew these guys had the talent, but we all knew they were being wasted talent before MVP came into the picture and made them relevant. Because remember, Bobby Lashley was in a bad storyline with Lana. Remembered, woo-hoo. And Cedric Alexander and Shawn Benjamin were barely being used. So he's done a lot of great things for them. So I got Lashley to win here. He'll hold the WrestleMania. Maybe I'll have another match at Fastlane. And let's go to the next match, guys. Excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. Now we got the women's tag team titles match on this card. Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair versus the champions Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax for the women's tag team championships. We all know that the winners of this match will be facing Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez on NXT in about a week and a half from now, March 2nd or 3rd. It's one of those dates, whatever. So the winners will. So they will await the winners of this match. So it looks like they're starting to use the tag team titles for the women's side. Finally, using them a lot more now. The WWE, NXT and SmackDown and stuff. It's good. It's good. And if you know the Raw side, it's funny. It's funny. Lana. And Naomi have number one contender title shots too, right? So why aren't they saying anything about this, right? Like why did they had the shots before they had they won before Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks won, right? Got this title shot, right? So they should have an issue with this. It should be like Naomi and Lana. How come they got a shot? We deserve a shot before them. We want our match. We want our match for number one contender. So it should be us in this match, not them. That'd be awesome. I mean, Lana and Naomi really do have an argument here, right? They really do have an argument. The only reason doing Sasha and Bianca Belair is the storyline purposes, because we all know it's gonna be Sasha and Bianca Belair WrestleMania. So that's the only reason I'm doing it here. But really, if you think about it, Naomi and Lana have an argument here. And their argument is valid here because they did win the number one contendership, tag team title, number one contendership. So they should really say something. See, I said a couple of times I thought Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair will win here, then they'll lose to Raquel and Nia. I kind of changed that. I think Nia and Shayna will win here. I don't know about a double count out. I think something will go wrong between Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks, draining their relationship. Going to WrestleMania season, of course, we've got March, so we got a month. We got about 2 months to WrestleMania. March and then middle of April. So I think, yeah, I don't know about pin here, and I'm not 100% sure about them losing to Raquel and Dakota, which I think does make sense because I think those titles are best suited for NXT. But I do think, especially someone Shayna is better off as a singles competitor. So maybe here's the thing. Maybe, yeah, I don't know what's going on because they're still advertising her to be there. I don't know, so that's what I'm going based on. So that's why I chose Peyton Royce to replace her. Either way, if Lacey's there or somebody else is there, Asuka's retaining. Yeah, thank you for that invite. Yeah, I agree. See, Jobber. Here's the thing. It may not be clean. Something those two be. Here's the thing, Jobber. Think about if it's a clean win. 100% agree. But if something goes wrong between the two, let's say Sasha Banks accidentally kicks Bianca Belair, or Bianca Belair accidentally hits Sasha Banks, and it revolves into Shayna or Nia doing the finishing move, then that's okay, because that could strain the relationship and build up their match, build up their feud for WrestleMania. So clean, I agree with you. If it's not clean, something goes wrong between the two, then it's okay. You know? That's the only way I would do it, cause by having them lose clean, cause I agree with you. I don't want my SmackDown or Royal Rumble winner to lose. Really, I really don't want them to lose. But if it's not by being clean, fine. Have them lose, but not in a clean kind of way. Cause if it's clean, it does hurt them. This is more of a storyline purposes for the two of them, if you think about it, right? It's really about the two of them. Where Nia Jax and Shane Baszler are involved, like what? How many storylines are involved in NXT, Raw, and this? They got three number one contender matches. Shane Baszler and Nia Jax. Remember this match? Lana and Naomi, they completely forgotten about. I don't know when that match is going to take place. When's that match going to take place? And the Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez at NXT. Would it be surprising? I don't know. I wouldn't be shocked if the tag team title match is a 4-way at WrestleMania. 8-woman tag team. 4 teams with 2 competitors. So that's the only way I'll have them lose is not clean. Because I agree with you, don't have like it does kind of book them in the corner. Unless yeah. But yeah, throwback. The thing is, they're hyping the NXT title match. They're hyping this match. We know this would probably be the one-off, but they're not hyping Lana and Naomi against these two. I don't know. I mean, ugh. And Lana and Naomi are no threat to these two. They're not going to win against them. Bianca Belair, they can beat this too, obviously, because Sasha Banks is champion. Bianca Belair will win, and she's strong as hell, athletic as hell. She could beat these two. Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez. Well, I don't know. Dakota Kai, not really, because we've seen her when she gets in the ring with Shayna Baszler in the past. But Raquel Gonzalez, in the time she has Raquel Gonzalez this time, so she has a better chance now. The thing is, remember how dominant Shayna Baszler was in NXT. Yeah. Do I get a title match too? Remember how dominant Shayna Baszler was in NXT until like Rhea Ripley came along? That's Raquel Gonzalez. Right now. That's Raquel Gonzalez in NXT. But as a heel. And it could be, I don't know, let's see if there, before I head, so talk about stuff. Oh yeah, yeah. She was very dominant. Oh my god, I can't forget about that. Sh Oh, that's one of the most dominant performances in a Chambers match I've ever seen. Yeah. And after that, she had the match with Becky, and really didn't do anything. I mean, like after that, they haven't built a strong, built a tag team. I definitely couldn't forget that. Like, I couldn't definitely forget how dominant she was in that match. And we all thought she would be dominant in the main roster, and it clearly hasn't been proven true. In fact, no woman has been dominant in the main roster, even if they get called up. Rhea Ripley wasn't dominant. Yeah, she only had like, she was dominant. Okay, Rhea Ripley was dominant in the Survivor Series lead up stuff. But after that, WrestleMania, she wasn't. But NXT, she was very dominant. And Rhea Ripley was arguably at the time, just as hot as Becky Lynch in the all WWE in terms of popularity. And but yeah, so definitely, I got them retaining here. Out of the three number one contenders matches, they're gonna retain here. They're definitely gonna be Naomi and Lana, and I do see him lose to Dakota Kai, and Raquel Gonzalez, because Raquel Gonzalez is going toe to toe with Shayna and I want to see her body slam Nia. Just body slam Nia. That's what I want to see. Let's go to the next match. Okay, just a minute. So the Raw men's title match, and you got the Fiend in the picture. So maybe the Fiend does come back, because I'm a believer that the Fiend and Randy Orton are gonna have their final match at WrestleMania, and Fiend will be like look different. Of course, he's been burnt, so he'll definitely look different. He won't come back as the Fiend we're all used to. He'll definitely look different. But so Kofi Kingston replaces the Miz. Miz is smart. He has the money in the bank, which he has to use because he only has a few months left up, maybe 3 months, maybe left up on the Money Bank contract to use to cash it in. So Kofi Kingston is in. Sheamus, Sheamus turns back on his best friend Drew. Randy Orton, of course. AJ Styles and Jeff Hardy. So tell me your prediction who's going to win. I think we all have the same answer here. Drew retains. Drew definitely retains here. Hey, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if the Fiend does something, or even Alexa Bliss. So, I agree with your prediction here. Drew wins, and I do think something like this could possibly happen involving them. I don't think he'll be eliminated in 7 seconds because he's very good in the match. So I don't think Kofi will be eliminated in 7 seconds. Don't worry about that. Um, but he's not. There's not going to be a Kofi Mania this year. He had it 2 years ago. It's not happening this year. Kofi Mania. Maybe Retribution gets involved. Maybe a league gets involved somehow, costing him. But what do you think is the final two? I don't think it's gonna be Drew and Sheamus as the final two. I think Sheamus gets eliminated. Not just the first, not the second. I think it's gonna be multiple guys in the match. I think it's gonna be like 3 or 4 guys by the time when Sheamus is in. I think Sheamus gets eliminated, but he attacks Drew, hurts him badly before he gets eliminated. He's so angry. He's eliminated this time because he gets pinned or something. But he's so angry, he really bad damages Drew. And you see how Drew is being affected and stuff. And so you know what I mean? Like, and so give the other competitors a chance. Maybe the last one, AJ Styles, Randy Orton, I don't know. I think Styles will be the last with Drew, but Sheamus will probably be like third last. And Sheamus will definitely beat up Drew after getting eliminated because he's frustrated. And Styles sees to try to take advantage, but over time, Drew overcomes Styles and retains. So I think Drew. Yeah. You know what? He was never going to beat Brock Lesnar. He was never. The thing is, he was never in a high pedestal, that caliber wrestler that would beat Brock Lesnar. Only a few would. Only a few could. I never seen Kofi Kingston the type of guy that could beat Brock Lesnar. Seth Rollins, yeah, a little bit. Roman Reigns, yeah. Maybe Braun Strowman, I don't know. Drew McIntyre. I just don't see Kofi Kingston as that guy. Yeah, he's not being picked this match because Miz is out. They could get anybody else on the roster, but they chose Kofi. So I definitely think Drew's gonna retain here, but he'll be badly hurt because of Sheamus, or maybe Sheamus doesn't attack him until after the match. After he retains, Sheamus attacks him, because I do think Sheamus is going to challenge Drew at Fastlane. I think they're going to build up Sheamus versus Drew at Fastlane and continue that thing with Drew at Fastlane. But we'll see, guys, because Drew's definitely gonna win here. Checking if there's anything. I'll be right back. Oh, I'm back. I'm back. So let's get to the main event. So the main event, I don't know if it's the main event, but I'm thinking it's going to be the main event. Roman Reigns versus Cesaro. That's what I'm predicting to win. Some of you predicting Daniel Bryan. Some of you predicting Kevin Owens. James, I think that's over with. So I'm going with Cesaro here. Obviously, Cesaro's not going to win here, but this is more about opportunity, giving him a chance. Because among the internet wrestling community, Cesaro is vastly underrated. Great in the ring, liked. You know his problem is the promos, but he does have some charisma. So I'm going with and I like this. I like how I'm gonna answer this guy's question. Okay, well, I'm not allowed to do that. On YouTube, that's illegal. I could get a copyright strike, and I could get my channel deleted for that. It's against the rules. I can't do that. YouTube is very strict, and WWE, specifically WWE, is very strict. It's like, I'm sorry, man, but so where was I? I mean, WWE is very strict with this stuff. Very, very strict. Yeah, like Jobber says, get the network because I love this channel. I'm not risking getting a copyright strike, man. I'm sorry if it was legal. I would, but it's against the rules. It's actually illegal. It's actually illegal. Well, I may not go to jail for it. They just make copyrighted and stuff. Yeah. Well, Chopper says you could do 5 foot scraps, a live watch along. That's different. A live watch along is you have your computer, TV, watching the pay per view, while you're watching with people on other people. You don't see with other people. Yeah, yeah. They're not showing footage. They're not allowed. That's illegal. No footage. So Roman Reigns is this would be a good match. Roman Reigns will retain here, obviously, and based on this, I think this is the ending of the fast. I think this is the ending to Elimination Chamber. It might be too premature for this, but I want to see what you guys think. Based on what happened. What are your thoughts here, guys? What do you think? What do you think of Edge after Roman Reigns retained, holds up the title like he won? What do you think if Edge appears on Fast and spears Roman Reigns? What do you think of the ending? You think it's possible tonight? Based on what happened on SmackDown? I'll show you again. Because I could see that happening. And you know what that means. Based on what happened on SmackDown, you definitely know Edge is going after Roman Reigns. It's a foregone conclusion that Edge is going after Roman Reigns. Yeah, they might do a switcheroo. But I don't think it's gonna happen that way anymore. Because based on SmackDown, I think Edge has to go after Roman Reigns. And if Edge spears Roman Reigns, we know who he's going after, right? And be like maybe he takes a mic after Elimination Chamber says, Roman, I'm taking back my title or something like that. Lets him know who he's going after. No, maybe be like, Roman, at WrestleMania, I challenge you for the Universal title. And technically, he never held the Universal title, the championship, but you know what I mean. I can see it as a possibility. Yeah, it depends on who wins the chamber match. If they're going the way I describe it, which is obviously they're not. They're not going to do that because I don't wait for them. But if they did the way I do it, I would have it to end the show with Edge with the mic over hurt Roman Reigns after getting speared, holding his stomach, be like, and Edge would be like letting him know who he's going after at WrestleMania. That's how I end the show, because I do like sometimes some pay-per-views end like that with those kind of endings. Some pay-per-views could be a continuation of a storyline or a beginning of a storyline, you know? You'll need at every pay-per-view to have the champion always posing with the belt to end the show. We don't need that. Or but I expect this to be a good pay-per-view. So, what are my predictions overall? So, okay. Cesaro wins. Asuka wins against whoever. If it's Lacey Evans, still apparently advertisement. Asuka retains. Cesaro will face Roman Reigns. My prediction. Asuka retains over Lacey Evans, who's still currently advertised. But it could be something else. But to me, it doesn't matter who it is. It's still Asuka retains. Bobby Lashley retains the United States Championship in a triple threat match. Even if Keith Lee is there, it doesn't matter if it becomes a singles match against Matt Riddle. I'm still taking Bobby Lashley. Shayna and Nia retain over Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks for the women's tag team titles. Drew retains the WWE title in the Elimination Chamber match. Roman Reigns defeats Cesaro for the Universal title, retaining the Universal title. And Edge makes a statement to end the show by spearing Roman Reigns, declaring that he's going after the Universal title at WrestleMania. That's my prediction. I'm probably like dreaming of that ending. Yeah, I'm definitely dreaming of that ending. But if that ending happens like that, then I'm gonna boast about it. And you'll hear me boast about it, guys. Because and also, guys, we're only a couple weeks away from Fastlane. Next pay-per-view, the final pay-per-view before WrestleMania. And we also have an AEW pay-per-view 2 weeks from this Saturday, from yesterday. Revolution. And I'll talk about more about this on my show tomorrow, but Moxley and Kenny Omega in an exploding barbed wire match. I have no idea what that is, but it sounds interesting. And you know what? There could possibly be. I'm checking WWE Twitter's account. Let's see if there's any update. That's stuff. Just making sure before I end this. Oh, is this is? Oh. Oh, also, before I go, check out Broken Skull Session Steve Austin. His guest is Sasha Banks, and she talks about her time away from 2019. Remember, she ran away after losing the tag team titles at WrestleMania. Okay, thank you. Match has been pulled. If okay, so if Asuka still has a match or whatever, they're gonna add a match some way or another, because there's only if Asuka does have a match, if they decide to have Asuka have a match, she's still gonna win. So it really doesn't matter who they put in the match. But if you can, with the network and stuff, check out Broken Skull Session with Stone Cold. He interviews Sasha Banks. She talks about her way from. She definitely talks about her way from WWE, 2019, when she went through the depression and stuff. Talks about her getting back on the Mandalorian and stuff. Check it out. I haven't watched it yet, but I will be watching it. I will be watching it. So okay, so it's Elimination Chamber for you guys. And it starts in about 3 hours. Pre-shows at 6 o'clock on the WWE Network. Check your if you have it in the US, check your WWE Network. You don't get Peacock Peacock. It's not till next month. If you're in the other countries, check your provider, cable providers. So guys, I'm not gonna rant like I did yesterday like last week on my NXT video. I ranted for about 15 minutes about WWE, or how people are always saying that this wrestler is gonna be a superstar for every single wrestler. You hear that for every single wrestler, this person gonna be a superstar. I'm not gonna do that here. So guys, like, comment, subscribe down below. Thumbs up is like. Tell me your predictions. Tell me what you like to see going on into the WrestleMania. What stories, matches you like to see going from now into WrestleMania. And also, tomorrow, it's all about wrestling. No Raw, I might do a little Raw SmackDown review, because there's some stuff I have to talk about. But I'll do NXT and AEW. And I'll talk about, obviously, I'll review Elimination Chamber on tomorrow's show, what I think of it. At 3 p.m. tomorrow. So, once again, like, subscribe, comment below. And thank you, Jobber, and thank anybody else for watching this. And I'm just going to end it with this. This is for you guys.
Too sweet! Sweet! Too sweet! Too sweet!
So thank you, guys. You're just too sweet. Peace out.